And I think you answered it honestly at that point, that you needed more facts and you wanted to not make it, not have an answer right then. And I really asked her, you not going to change like the other politicians and feed us a bunch of West Texas cow chips, but if you don't know the answer, you're willing to go find it and come back with an answer for us, which I think you have done.
I appreciate that. The question that Mr. Beck asked, to which I said I had not taken a position, was the government involved in the buildings coming down? And I'm aware enough to know that the 9/11 Commission has addressed that issue and has left the door open. I think as a healthcare clinician, I deal in facts. It's important that we have leadership that's courageous enough to say that I'm not going to give an absolute answer when the facts don't absolutely back that up. The experts there have left that door open, and it was that commission report that I was alluding to. It's a tough place to be, because we all say we want candidates who are strong, but the minute and honest, but the second that we don't hear from their lips what we want to hear, we're ready to walk away. And I think we have to be careful about that. I have been all across this state, and I've told you as honestly as I know how who I am and what I believe and what I'm going to champion from the governor's office. The job of government is different from the role of individuals. And because I do or do not believe something personally, because I do not make a choice in my own family, doesn't mean I'm going to use the weight of government to inflict that or enforce that upon you. That's a hard place for us to be, because most of us have seen government, have forced government, have tried to push government to do what we want government to do. That's not fair and just law. It's going to take a lot of courage, not just from our political leaders, but from us as individual citizens, to step back and recognize what the proper role of government is in our lives. I'm going to try my dead level best to serve Texas well, to be honest always. I'm also going to work, obviously, to represent you well, and to know that those tough questions are going to come. Be careful how I answer them, so that we're not having to backpedal and backtrack and clarify. We've tried to do that this time. We've run a year-long race. This is our first, what some would call a stumble. We are back, we are focused, and I think most of Texas is. I'll grant you that there are some that are still out there asking questions, but I believe most of the state is focused on the issues facing Texas, and that's where we ought to be.